Now, the first tip is that you want to stick to a particular style of video, okay? Focus on one style. Now, whether you're going to be making music mixes and showing beautiful landscapes, right? You're doing kind of like a melodic trance mixes and landscapes. Stick to that style. Or if you're going to be doing cartoons, animations, stick to that style. If you're just going to be doing vlogging about makeup, where you're using your camera phone and you're showing people how you put on makeup, stick to that style. If you're going to be using a whiteboard like I am, where I'm training people on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chips, etc., stick to that style. If you're going to be doing any number of things, stick to that style. People are going to grow to expect that style of video from you. Maybe it's a new style. Maybe you're doing top 10 lists, 10 most beautiful luxury mansions in the world. Whatever you're talking about, try to stick to a particular style. Don't go from doing a vlog one day to teaching another day, to doing some cartoons the next day, to doing kind of like a mini documentary the next day. It's going to throw people off. And not everybody watches your videos anyway, so stick to that style that you want to start doing. The next suggestion I have for you is in regards to length. Keep it longer than normal. Keep it at least 5 minutes plus. And the reason why you want to stick to 5 minutes plus is because you actually make more money from ads. So you get extra ad money if your videos are longer than 5 minutes, even more after 10 minutes, because YouTube puts an extra ad in for every 5 minutes. If you do 10 or 15 minutes, you get extra ads and you make more money per viewer of your video. Do something that's entertaining though. If it's not going to be entertaining for over 5 minutes, then it's not worth it. This video is longer than 5 minutes. Hopefully I've been adding value every step of the way. If you can do that, that's great. An example might be, let's say you have a gun and you know how to clean a gun very well. Show people how to clean a gun very well, and then explain why you're using particular devices. Explain why you're not using other types of devices or oils. Show people everything they can. Just explain more, because the more value you add, the more value you will get back. Remember, you get what you give. So the more value you give, the more you're ultimately going to get back. So get that length up over 5 minutes at the very least. Ooh, we're getting into the algorithm here. Every YouTuber talks about the algorithm. What does YouTube like? What don't they like? What titles do I do? What can I do to get higher rankings, more views, more watch time, more results? And understanding what YouTube wants from you is very important. Mr. Beast talked about this in some video. I don't know, I'll point to it maybe, but he did a video with Creator Studio, and he said the number one most important thing, and I've seen this myself, is CTR. What the heck is CTR? When you're watching videos, you have the YouTube video player, and then you have different little suggested videos that show up in YouTube. Now your CTR is your click-through rate. So if YouTube shows your little thumbnail and your title 100 times and one person clicks on it, that's a bad click-through rate. That means not many people are interested in it. Whereas if 5 or even 10 people out of 100 click on your little image thumbnail, that means people are in love with it. So that's why I put a lot of focus on making that thumbnail really catchy. Make that headline really interesting. These are two incredibly important things. If people are not interested in the title of your video and they are not interested in seeing what the thumbnail of your video, then it's almost always going to fail. Now, Mr. Beast, which is a YouTuber that has, I believe, 20 some million subscribers on YouTube, talked about when he's concepting out an idea for a video, he almost starts with thinking about what's going to be a catchy title and what's going to be a catchy thumbnail. It's part of the very beginning. It's not an afterthought. It's actually one of the beginning inceptions for any video he does. So he might be thinking, oh, if I had 1 million marbles in my backyard, that would look pretty funny. And he thought of a thumbnail where he's just buried neck deep in marbles. He thought that would be pretty funny, and then he created a video to back it up, which gets us to our fourth point. Watch time is my fourth content tip that you need to focus on. We talked about having a good length, but what YouTube really looks at in terms of the algorithm, okay, or what we abbreviate the algo, is they look for how long are people watching your videos. It doesn't matter if your video is 10 hours long if people are only watching 10 seconds of it. What matters to YouTube is how long are people watching your videos, because ultimately what YouTube cares about is how much time people spend on their platform. And if you are creating videos where people want to spend a lot of time on, then YouTube says, you're helping our business. We want as much watch time as possible. So they'll give you more views, they'll give you more subscribers, they'll give you more money. Now, in order to get watch time that is good, you need to have a video that backs up the title and the thumbnail that you show. Again, you could create a really clickbaity title and a curiosity-inducing image that makes people want to click. Let's say you say, how to make $1 million overnight, right? That's a catchy title. Anybody would want to figure out how to make $1 million overnight. But if you can't back that up with watch time, if you can't actually justify and show people how to make $1 million overnight, and people say, oh, this is hogwash, I'm going to click off after 1 or 2 minutes of watching this, oh, this is BS, then your watch time is low. And YouTube's going to say, okay, a lot of people are clicking on this video, but nobody's sticking around. So we're not going to show this person's video anymore. Now, the fifth content tip I'm going to leave you with is consistency. So just like Casey Neistat said, just keep uploading. Now, consistency helps a lot with YouTube. YouTube doesn't want to see people that are just kind of like, I'm going to put up 3 videos and see if I become a star. That's not how it works. It takes time. It takes effort. Be prepared to commit for 6 months. I won't even start YouTube if you aren't going to be committed for 6 months. You can get away, upload once a week or once a month, but do it at the same time every week. Same day of the week every week. And what you do over time, YouTube will reward you. Consistency is so important. Now, last but not least is understanding what are the requirements for monetization for AdSense. Now, AdSense is a separate component of YouTube, and you need at least 1,000 subscribers to start making money off of ads. Okay, YouTube's going to show ads on your videos before you have 1,000 subscribers, but in order for you to make money off of it, once again, you need 1,000 subscribers, or you need 4,000 hours of watch time. Okay, so you need watch time or subscribers. Get that, okay? And you'll get that by posting consistently over a long period of time. It sounds like a lot of work, and it is a lot of work. And you got to be prepared to do a lot of work if you want to eventually live free and do no work. Because the way you stay poor and broke is you do the minimal amount of work over your entire life. Whereas if you want to live rich and free, you're going to do a lot of work for a short period of time, and then your life gets easier. I can take a vacation, and my channel will still be putting out $20,000 a month in income for myself, and I could just be in another country, I could be in another world, whatever, right? We can go to the moon now. That's pretty cool. I hope this video was informative.